Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Uh, I just wanted to come on to share something I wrote down yesterday pertaining to, I guess, release, moving forward, and creating a new life for oneself or for ourselves, if that's something you're struggling with. The past is in ashes, burned to the dirt. What seeds will you plant in the fertile soil? Or will you sit in a garden of fruitless thoughts and regrets? Moving on mentally is a battle, and sometimes it's just you or me, just us. It can feel scary without anger and rage keeping you company. It's quiet, too quiet. The blade, once your ally, is now a burden. Drop it and return to the river to wash, cleanse, release, and move forward. So, when I say the past is in ashes, I say that to mean, of course, situations can differ, but generally, the past can be in our mind a lot of the times. Of course, with trauma, that's not how it works. Especially ongoing trauma, your living situation, scars, long-term effects within reason. Of course, you know what I'm saying. But many times, our past mistakes, regrets, people, all of these things live in our head, and what I try to do is visualize that it's all going up in flames and burning down. Not to be cruel, but it's my head. I can do what I want to do. The faces, the places, all of it burns to the ground, and there's nothing left. There's nothing to toil over because there's nothing there. There's nothing but the future. The soil is ready for new life. So, what seeds will we plant? Um, what new goals? What new, I guess, hobbies, ventures, um, new ways to see yourself or see ourselves? Or will we sit in a garden of fruitless thoughts and regrets? Um, you can imagine this and that and sit there in the field of ashes, but ultimately it's not doing anything. Nothing's getting done. Not in reality. It's all up here, kind of looping. And most importantly, uh, kind of just wasting your life, wasting your time. Moving on is uh, it's a mental battle, and sometimes it's just us, fighting with ourselves. It can feel scary without anger and rage. Sometimes we can create. I know for me, I'll just look for stuff, create these situations. Sometimes it's reality, sometimes it's in my mind. Whatever gets me going, it doesn't matter. I just I just want that adrenaline rush because I felt that that's how I get motivated. Because I used to just talk shit to myself, and that's how I motivated myself to get stuff done. It's just to demean myself. But that isn't rejuvenating. It's just taking, and it's just taking and taking and taking. Uh, the blade, once your ally is now a burden, the blade can be physically walking around with the weapon, or it can just be mentally, the mind. Once your ally is now turned against you, it's weighing you down, your thought patterns, your perception. It's blurring everything, and you can't see reality for what it is sometimes, a lot of times. You're kind of walking around with a filter on. Drop it and return to the river. Depending on your belief system, this can be Baiv Katha as the washer at the ford, or Oshun. goddess of the rivers, sweet waters. Either way, we return to the rivers to release, to cleanse, for renewal. They say the river's never the same twice. And these things must flow. If not, uh, we can physically grow sick. The mind grows sick. Um, I know I've had bad coughing fits, a lot of inflammation, and it's just me kind of being a ball. You're like this tight a ball of all these emotions, tension in the chest, tension in the shoulders, tension everywhere, and that can lead into chronic pain. And I'm not a doctor, of course. I'm not. Uh, this isn't medical advice. I'm simply giving my experience on how stress and uh, anger manifested in my body and such, and of course, high blood pressure. So I wanted to also say, once we've released that energy, once we've worked with the energy of the water, and just be still enough to be still with yourself. Um, for me, I go in nature a lot, and you have to you have to rest. Going back to self concept, we always want to be this fighter, this warrior. If I'm always going, I don't, and I've spoken on this before. If I'm always going, I don't have to stop. I don't have to get comfortable. I don't have to reflect. But again, it's pulling, 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 and you're gonna run out of gas. You're gonna run out of gas, and you're going to crash and burn, and it's not going to be pretty. Um, so rest, as in sleep, actual just stillness, sleep, resting the mind, resting the body, reflecting, reflecting not as in ruminating, but reflecting as in having appreciation for just still being here. I know that's big for me. It's just, hey, I'm still alive in spite of. And planning, reflecting and planning, saying, what do I want really and truly going forward? If the past is gone, if it's just me walking forward into the darkness, um, the good darkness, the endless possibility of life. What do I see in that Black Mirror? I think one of the um, first visualizations I did was with the god of obsidian mirrors, Tezcatlipoca, and they show you yourself. But what if it's not all negative? What if it isn't, the Black Mirror of technology? What if it's positivity? What if you look in the mirror and see the good things? We can do that. We have that right, but you have to see it in yourself. You have to discover that and also see it in the world as well. um Plant these seeds and tend to them. The situations, the conditions, that's what I meant. The conditions have to be right. I apologize for my chair squeaks. For life to grow. Setting boundaries with yourself, with your friends, if you have friends, loved ones. Family can very easily trample your boundaries because they're family. And sometimes they feel it's their right to trample your boundaries because they're family. Uh, People can be controlling this way, but that's people. Um, it's the significant others, relationships, these things that may not be all that necessary, or at least one day we have to let go. So, and if it's not benefiting you, why continue forward? I also put rest as in contentment. Contentment as in being still, finding that kind of like that 0 point. What I like to do is kind of sit in my chair outside and I block everything out. Uh, it's probably like this everywhere. Being in the South, I don't even think it has anything to do with the South. It's just, I don't know. Culture now, you have the booming stereo systems, you have the obnoxious exhaust pipes, the loud trucks. It's You got these crazy loud weed eaters. I know I got dirt bikes where I live. It's like noise, 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 but you have to be able to kind of separate your mind from it, block it out. And I listen to the birds. I listen to the breeze. I try to listen to a tree rustle, anything to kind of align myself with earth and her energy, her rhythms, and kind of find my center again. And you can heal in that. It takes time. It takes time because so much is constantly pulling at you. Um, Commercials, your phone, everything is becoming more and more intrusive. As I uh, upload this video, AI is going to scan my face and run through the entire video, grabbing dialogue, you know. But you got to pick your battles, and I feel like giving this is more important. Now, like the last thing I wrote is, if you dare, be happy. Happiness is a journey within itself. It's like, well, duh, but sometimes we can idealize happiness as if it's this point we reach and not something we constantly have to work towards, if that makes sense, or work a state of being we have to um, kind of actively engage with. Sorry, it's early. I'm getting my head together. I just wanted to, like I said, make this video for those, for someone who might be struggling with like self-love, self-perception. There being this uh, deep dissonance between who you are now and who you were, and you know you're no longer who you were, but you don't know uh, how to be currently, if that makes sense. So before I go, because this is a tarot channel, I guess I'll pull some cards. So if you give me just a second, I'll be right back. All right, so I have some cards pulled. First we have Bavaterini. Next we have Incitement. And last we have Agüe, or Met Agüe. So while I will have to look up Bavaterini, Incitement is a rallying cry. It's to say it's not over yet. There's still hope. There's still hope for us. There's still hope for me. There's still hope for you. This isn't about bloodshed. This is about fighting for your peace, fighting for that happiness in a different way. It's the battle in the mind. It's not letting I guess for lack of better words, not letting the waters overtake the ship. Steady yourself. You're worthy of the fight. You're worthy of what comes of this battle, the spoils of this battle, which is that stability, that happiness, that contentment, that moving on, creating a new life for yourself. So I will go back and read Baba Terini. And this is the Kali Ma Oracle from Alana Fairchild. The Tantric priestess of karmic release manifests with the capacity to integrate divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. Her presence indicates this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentle. You shall emerge unharmed. So here we have the storms of life, the things around us going on that we can't control, and sometimes it may feel like we can't even control the thoughts in our head. And this can be the storms at sea, but we steady the sails. You can also interpret this, well, I can interpret this as we have the waters, strong emotions, welling emotions, manifesting in different ways. We have the air, turbulent air from the storms, and we have the ship, wood, fire, will, and not letting everything crumble. I won't trigger anyone with what happens, with that, but you understand what I'm saying when things become too much and we crumble. So steady the sails, all is not lost. Let's see, and I'll read this invocational ritual for Baba Tarini. Baba Tarini. Beloved Ma Kali Baba Tarini, Kali Fala Harini, please help us release attachment to the outcomes of my actions so that your grace can manifest without inhibition or constraint. Please abort negative karmic momentum flowing from me or toward me. I placed my trust in you. You are the strength that overcomes the current. You are the peace that arises in letting go. You are the graceful and effective wisdom manifesting spontaneously for the spiritual benefit of us. May your beautiful kindness and liberating wisdom emanate within our hearts always. May we love you more than we love certainty and control. Jai Ma Kali. So in that we embrace the change. We look forward to the change. And we that's the release I was talking about before. But I won't prattle on. Hopefully this helped someone, anyone, even one person, one view. I thank you for watching. You all have a beautiful day. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure what that video will be about. I've been wanting to do a video on the divine masculine, but I still have a lot to sort out with that without being without coming off angry. So I'll sort through that and be looking forward to that at sometime in the future. I don't know when, but it's coming. So take care, everyone.